You're listening to the Ron's Update podcast, episode 135. Today I'm at Mountain Park walking on the trail and giving you an update. I think the last time I put out an episode was around April 16th, and that was not a very joyous podcast, and it was very short, probably only about 4 minutes long. And I mentioned during that podcast that my wife had been diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. Well, on the 19th of April, my wife passed away. So I have had to deal with that for ever since. It's something you don't get over. You just kind of learn to live with it, I guess. So I've tried to move on. It's hard, but, you know, as they say, life goes on, regardless of how you feel. Anyway, let's try to stay away from the sad stuff and get back to something that is reasonable for me to deal with. Okay, I'd missed the race that I was going to do in April due to the illness, and I didn't run much while my wife was ill, and it took me a little while after she passed away to get back to it, you know, how it is, I guess. But anyway, I finally, guess you could say I got back to it in May, I guess. Things just run together in that period of time. I believe, I don't even know. I'm just confused because somewhere in that period of time between then and now, I think I ran a trail race, 5K trail race. And then I also did the Peachtree road race in July 4th. But in the midst of all that, in May, I guess, in that period of time, I don't know if I mentioned it in a podcast or not, but I got some GoPro equipment. I think in my Lost Trail Runner podcast I mentioned it. I bought a GoPro Hero 5 Black camera. I also bought a GoPro 5 session camera, which is a little bitty square camera, and a Karma grip, which is a stabilizer for my GoPro Hero 5, and started getting into filming videos and putting them on YouTube. So, I mean, they're not very exciting and they're not very professional, but I have fun doing it. So it's kind of like my new hobby is doing videos and putting them on YouTube. And I decided, well, maybe I better get back to podcasting. So this is kind of a reboot of Ron's Update, because I hadn't put one out since, I think I put one out in October, then I put one out in April, and now it's August, and I'm just now putting one out. So I haven't been doing very good. So let's just call this a reboot. And I'll say, maybe I'll do a little bit of an update on Peachtree. I went to Peachtree feeling like I hadn't been trained well, mainly due to my lack of running in the period of time before Peachtree. So my theory was just go with the flow. However it turns out, that's how it turns out. This section of the trail runs parallel to a road, so you can hear cars go by. So the weather forecast for Peachtree, the day of the race, was basically what you'd put it in the dismal category. They were predicting it being super hot, super humid, just miserable. They designated it as code red, which meant it was dangerous. So anyway, so my daughter went to the race with me, and we drove down to Ainsley Mall, which is where we've been parking for years. And the difference is, normally we've been walking close to 2 miles to catch a MARTA train to go up to the start of the race. And last year I decided I'd start taking Uber since it was much more relaxed. So that's what we did. We went down to Ainsley Mall. We called Uber on the app. They came and picked us up, took us up towards the starting line, dropped us off, which was cool. And that's my method of getting to Peachtree from now on, as long as I run it. And this was my 39th Peachtree, so I got one more to make 40. But anyway, the weather was supposed to be crappy, so I was expecting it to be miserable. But when we got down to Ainsley Mall, the temperature was fairly cool, and when we got dropped off by Uber, it was still fairly nice. And we got dropped off in front of where the race starts, so we got to see the elite women start, the elite men start, and then we walked back to our corral, which was much farther back than the front of the race. And I took my GoPro 5 session with me during the race. I pretty much just recorded about every mile a little bit, and put it on YouTube as a video. It's called, I think it's My Morning at Peachtree. It's on YouTube if anybody wants to look at it. My YouTube is Lost Trail Runner, of course. It might be Lost Trail Runner space R, I don't know. But anyway, it's a Lost Trail Runner. And I did that recording, and what I wanted to get back to was the weather. The weather, to me, was better than the year before. It wasn't hot, it wasn't humid, I was comfortable. I had a comfortable race. I had a much better race than the year before, and I only ran like a minute slower. And I figured I was really going to be suffering because I was out of shape. But as it turned out, I felt really good, had a good race. I don't know if it might have had to do with the interval of run walk I did. I did a 40-20, run 40, walk 20, run walk, and pretty much stuck with it the whole race. Felt really good. Even felt good after the race, and went to 2 parties, the one for the track club and Jeff Galloway's party at Fittipides and Ainsley Mall. That's one of the reasons why we park there. it's right there where we park. We can just go to the Fiddipides party and then get in the car and leave. So that's what I did. And we had a good time. Okay, I'm back, I think. I ran into a whole bunch of people back there on the trail, so I quit recording. Anyway, I felt like I had to step it up a little bit. So I signed up for the customized training program with Galloway, with Chris Twiggs being the coach. And he's not like a personal coach where he's, there every day telling you how to do stuff like that, but he's available text message wise and stuff, and he adjusts your training program based on what your training's been, how it's been going, and your magic miles and stuff like that. So anyway, I figured since I hadn't been very good at sticking with training programs over the years, if I actually put out some money and had somebody that was kind of at least semi-watching me, that I might do a little bit better and stick with the program. So I'm in my 5th week this week. Maybe this is the 4th week. I don't know. I think it's the 4th week. 5th week will be next week, because I've done 3 hill workouts, which that equates to the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th week. So tomorrow will be the end of my 4th week. That's what it comes down to. For some reason, I was thinking I was in my 5th week, but I'm not there yet, because this week I had to do a hill workout with 8 hills. Then I did a form workout for 35 minutes, which that's 5 minutes longer than my previous ones. And this is Saturday evening that I'm doing a cross-training walk at Mountain Park, and tomorrow I've got a 5-mile run scheduled with the 3 middle miles at race pace. I don't know what race pace is for me, but we'll see. It may not be that fast, but anyway, it's supposed to be at race pace, so that's what I'm going to do. And that's pretty much as far as my update can go, because right now I'm doing this cross-training walk. Tomorrow I do that, and I'll have to put out another update in a week or so to let you know how I'm doing. So if I can put this thing together and have it make any sense, I'll put it out.
Hey, thanks for listening to today's podcast. We'll be here next time. Keep the emails coming in and be sure to subscribe.